Hello everyone, this is Bishal. In this tutorial, I'll be talking about EVNG lab setup options. There are three ways to set up EVNG. You can install EVNG as a bare metal server, or you can install EVNG in Hyper-V, which is available part of Microsoft Windows 10 or Windows 11 or Windows Server, and another option is VMware Workstation Player Pro. Yeah, there are some other options alternative available, but we won't be discussing because most of the cybersecurity engineers and network engineer, network professional may not use this ESA server at home. So let's start with the bare metal installation option. This is the best and recommended approach, and also recommended by EVNG. You can utilize almost all the hardware resources of your PC or server for the lab. You can set up your, the best option is, instead of purchasing the old server, which may not have the warranty, or it's up to you. You can buy an old server from the eBay or other websites, or you can set up your own PC. My recommended option here is to set up your own PC, because which also not so expensive. You just need to select the proper components. Okay, here I'll be talking about how to set up your own PC. Here in UK, you can purchase a lot of computer components from the CCL online or any other website, for example Scan, or maybe eBuyer, or Box or Overclockers. There are quite a variety of websites available, but I like CCL online because in here the price, they don't charge you too much for PC component. The price is also fair. So this is what I chose for this tutorial. For example, this is just an example only. You can choose any other hardware also. So in terms of CPU, you better choose this NUC version. Normal Core i7, which also include the heat sinks and the fan, so you don't need to purchase additionally. And normal Core i7 is less expensive than this K series CPUs. And also, since you won't be playing games or doing any other stuff, you don't need to, or you will be doing the overclocking, you don't need to actually purchase the Z series motherboard, which are expensive. You just purchase B series motherboard, micro B series motherboard, which also support 128GB RAM. This motherboard here said it also, you can install up to 128GB of RAM. And the CPU here, if you look closely, heat sinks and fans are already included, so you don't need to purchase separately. And the power supply, of course you can get away with the less cheaper option, but I don't recommend it because power supply is the critical components of your PC system. You don't want to damage other expensive components just because you have a, how should I say it, a low quality power supply. And in terms of storage, you can choose the Kingston SSD NVMe generation 4, and this one is a 2TB. Why I recommend to use a 2TB is, in long term, for example, as a cybersecurity professional, maybe you want to install the certificate authority server, Windows server, and a bunch of other servers which may be required for your lab. So you don't want to use like a 1TB or maybe less 500 GB server. I mean, I highly recommend you choose the 2TB hard disk. Okay, let's go back to the basket, and then here, even though I choose a 4-stick operand, initially you can get away with that. Just one stick of 32 GB RAM. And I mean, you can upgrade if you think you may need more in the future. It's up to you. And in terms of casing, you can choose any casing. It doesn't matter because we are here to set up the lab PC, not for the gaming or any other purpose. So you can get away with around 768 pound here in UK. Maybe depending on where you live, it might be more expensive or less expensive. Okay, let's go to EVNG website. This is a place where you can download the ISO file for your bare metal installation or Hyper-V installation. So if you have purchased the EVNG license version, you can choose this license ISO, or most of us will be using the maybe community version, but I highly recommend if you can, you purchase the EVNG professional version. And this is the community version, so you can download ISO file from here. After you download, you need to create a bootable ISO file with the Rufus, like you create any other installation USB. And then you plug your USB into the Windows PC or the server that you will be installing the EVNG, and then start the installation process. I will be going through this EVNG installation process later on another video. So let's go back to the slide. And alternatively, you can also purchase an Intel NUC, but this is not recommended because performance may be slower because it's just a small PC which uses the laptop RAM. Okay, let's go to the Hyper-V installation. Hyper-V installation, this is the second best approach because Hyper-V is a type 1 hypervisor, so it may not be as fast as the bare metal installation, but it's still your VM will still run faster than the VMware Workstation Player Pro installation. Even though when you go and read about this EVNG support website, they say the Hyper-V is not supported, but still I'm using it. I mean, I don't have any problem so far. Of course, Hyper-V configuration is not as simple as bare metal installation or VMware Workstation Player Pro. If you are a cybersecurity professional and a network security professional, you may need to run a bunch of VMs. So I highly recommend you have at least Core i7 12th generation CPU and 32GB of RAM. I mean, to use with the Hyper-V installation. And another option, and the least favorite option, for example, you don't want to purchase the Windows. Yeah, I forget to discuss about if you want to use the Hyper-V in your Windows 10, you need to have a Windows 10 or 11 Pro license. And here, if you want to use a VMware Workstation, I mean Player Pro, or maybe you can just use a non-commercial normal player version, but this one will run slower because VMware is a type 2 hypervisor which runs on top of Windows OS. Even if you have the ESA signed server, you should avoid nested virtualization because nested virtualization causes this EV and GPM to run very slowly. I mean, in a degraded performance. VMware Workstation player also, you should have at least Core i7 12th Gen CPU and 32GB RAM. I mean, this is up to what you want to. I mean, sometimes you also need to take a look of your budget also. So, but I strongly recommend to spend your budget, because it's not just a one-time spend, because as a cybersecurity professional or network security professional, you always need to learn, you always need to do the lab. It's a lifelong process, not just a 1 year, hey, you graduated, or maybe you pass the exam and you don't need to study anymore. Because in the IT world, you will be studying and you will be trying to do this testing and labs as long as you are in this IT worlds. Okay, that's it for the today video. Thank you very much for watching, and let me know your comments. I mean, if you need any helps, I will also be sharing this CCL online, where you can purchase PC components in UK, here in UK, and I will also be sharing where you can buy this Intel NUC. Thank you very much, and see you next time.